guys, Ralph here, and welcome to True Power Trumpet Fitness on this thrilling Thursday here in Connecticut. Life's good, guys. Life's good. Let's get right to it, because I have a lot of splaining to do. You saw the thumbnail. Calmer heads will prevail. Being heads, being my pea brain will prevail. Got away from me yesterday. Not too proud of it, but it's up there, and it's, yeah. Anyway, so let me honk a little bit, and we'll talk about what's going on. I played a lot, guys. Over 2 hours, which for me is a lot. Life's good, guys. Hellacious double C's. Anyway, check this out. I go to the dentist yesterday to have a little consultation on some periodontal work that has to be done. Anyway, she's looking at my mouth and all this sort of stuff. And she said, and I go, look, I just have to put up right up front that I'm a professional trumpet player. And I can't have, no matter what happens, I can't have loose teeth, I can't have shifting and all this sort of stuff. She says, okay. And she looks, she says, that's weird. You have no marks on your lips. I swear to God she said that. She has the principal trumpet player of the Stanford Symphony as one of her patients. I know who that is. And she said, oh, he's got all these gashes and everything on his lip. And I didn't say anything. I said, what can I say? I swear to God. Anyway, so yesterday, you have my apologies, and for this reason. And after I thought about it, I wish I could have taken it all back. Okay? But here's the deal. Jerry wouldn't have done it. Jerry wouldn't have done it. And of all the wonderful things I've learned from Jerry, this is something that I don't put into practice as much as I should. I'm ready to punch you in the nose if, you speak ill of this, that, or the other thing. Jerry, it wouldn't bother him a bit what I was talking about. Wouldn't bother him one bit. And everybody that knows him reasonably well out there in the ether, and many of you do, will agree with me. He was so uber focused on what he was doing, making it better, making it better, making it better. We'll get to that in a minute. This wouldn't bother him. And every once in a while, things would come up in the lesson. And I said, Jerry, by the way, ABC is no friend of yours. I was at the gig the other day, and he was talking about your mouthpiece, and didn't bother him a bit. At the most, he would say, Ralph, he's an idiot. He's an idiot. Do you listen to him play? Do you care? He said, one time he said, and this is what I don't put into practice as much as I should. He said, I don't spend 1 second of my life thinking about what that moron thinks. And I love it. I love it. Between editing and all that sort of stuff, that video took me about an hour. Guys, and that's an hour of my life wasted that I'll never get back. And he's absolutely right. So Jerry wouldn't have done it. Okay? That's number one. And to that, I apologize that I did. Now, here's what's going on with the mouthpiece in a nutshell. So everybody knows it's right up front. Okay. Anybody that knows Jerry knows that he was constantly trying to make things better. Constantly. That's all he cared about. Me, on the other hand, everybody says, well, you got to keep Jerry's thing alive and push back the limits. Well, I've done the kettlebell and all this sort of stuff, but I'm not wired like that. I find something that works and I want to perfect it. Jerry finds something that works and he doesn't care. It's in the rearview mirror. He's off to something else. He really and truly didn't care. It was extraordinary. I've never seen anything like that. With that said, the same thing was with the mouthpieces. Guys, back in the day, his lathe that he used to do all by hand was in his office, his suite. And I literally heard him on the phone taking an order for mouthpiece 1, for the sake of argument, hypothetical, while he's got mouthpiece 2 on the lathe. He said, this is going to be great, Ralph, but you just sold. I give them what they want. Constantly. The number 1 wasn't even advertised yet, and he's on to number 2. That's a true story. So the same thing with mouthpieces. I was one of the first ones to try every single one of those mouthpieces. Okay? Now, when it came to the 1SS, and I don't know how many mouthpieces there were, 50, all experiments. And again, I get one that I like. I'm trying to perfect it, take it out on jobs and all this sort of stuff. And he calls me up a month later with something else. I said, Jerry, you're killing me. What are you doing? He says, I'm trying to make it better, easier. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I think about. So here we are, the 1SS. He thought, and we're talking 40 years now. 40 years later, he thinks he's got the one. It is an amalgamation of, and I don't know which part was which. Part Charlie Shaver's mouthpiece, part Harry James. The double cup was definitely Harry James. And part Horst Fischer, rim, whatever. I don't know which was which. Okay? And he thought he had it. He got like 6 demos from the manufacturer. He played it 5 minutes. His heart dropped. He knew it wasn't it. He sent one to me. He said, Overnight Express, Ralph, I really want to know what you think. You'll get it tomorrow. I picked it up. I believe I was playing the 6 at the time. And yes, it was improvement over the 6. I didn't know this was supposed to be the Holy Grail. Okay? So I called him back, and, we play some double C's on one, double C's on the other, play a little Arbin, play a little Haydn, try it on the E-flat trumpet with both, that type of thing, all over the phone. I said, yeah, I'll use it. I think it's better than the 6, but I wasn't jumping up and down. Okay? So what happened is this. A friend of his, and I'm not sure if that friend actually studied with him or not, but never played a decent high C in his whole life. Okay? And Jerry just had the manufacturer take the 1SS and cut X amount off the top. So made all the cup, everything smaller. As you know, is an uber small mouthpiece. And he got a handful from the manufacturer, takes it out. My God, this is it. This is it. Calls me up. I'm going to send one in the mail. You get it tomorrow. I want to know what you think. I spent 5 minutes on it, and I called him back. I said, this is the best thing I've ever played. It's absolutely extraordinary. The double C's, the da-da-da-da-da-da. It's extraordinary. 2 or 3 days later, I called him up, and I said, Jerry, don't ever come to me with another mouthpiece. I am not going to listen to it. I'm going to hang up on you. This is the greatest mouthpiece. He says, I know. He says, I've stopped making mouthpieces. I said, yeah, right. Yeah, right. Ralph, I'm not kidding. I stopped making mouthpieces. This is the ultimate. This is what I wanted. Unbelievable. Now, the person that he, and I'm not sure who that is. The person that he actually made it for, all of a sudden is playing high C's like he's never played in his life, literally. Calls him up 3 days later. He's playing high G's that would make Maynard blush. This is a guy in 3 days. So anyway, over the months, I'm constantly calling. I said, Jerry, listen to this. I play double C, Chameleon, whatever, Maynard Ferguson thing. I said, now listen to this. I'm going to go down and I'm going to put on the C trumpet. Dee, da, 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 dee. Ralph, it sounds like Herseth. Well, let me listen to this. I'm going to put it in the E-flat trumpet. I played a little Haydn. He says, Ralph, it sounds like Maurice. Well, let me try it on the pick. And by this time, we had in the cornet shank that would go on my Schilke pick. Played like Maurice Brandenburg. I said, Jerry, any person can play any type of music on any trumpet. And he says, I know it. He says, that's what I was after my whole life. And I said, Jerry, don't you dare come to me with. He says, I won't. I'm done. Now, little caveat, he wasn't quite done. Because you had the 1SB and the 1SS. And there was somebody, one of his students, that wanted sort of a C cup in the middle. That was the 1SC. So he sent it to the student. I'm not sure if the student liked. He sent it to me and he says, no, I just want you to know what you think. And I hated it. Everybody that I know plays it does not like the 1SC. I'm sure there's people out there that like it. But here's the deal, guys. You are not getting all these results. And all these results that Ray Rosario and Nick Drozdoff and Herb Williams, Herb Smith, and the German soloist, I forgot his name. All these guys, you're not getting those extraordinary results with the 1SS or the 1SC or any of his other mouthpieces. You're not getting it. I can't guarantee that. And everybody that calls me, they say, well, I need a big mouthpiece. Well, this is what I have for big mouthpieces and all that. But I think you should keep an open mind about the 1SB. And if they buy it, great. If they don't buy it, that's great too. But make no mistake about it, guys. The no limits, unlimited results that I get every single day is with the 1SB. Guys, case closed. And quite frankly, guys, if you're not playing it, you're out of your mind. Anyway. And all those things yesterday that I said that I do for those people, free. That's the way I roll. That's what I'm going to do it. So with the price of a 1SB mouthpiece, you'll get a free introductory lesson. All right? All right. I feel better. Eat and drink your fruits and vegetables and live your life with true power and get a 1SB, guys. Anyway, love you all. As I said, I can't give you a deal on a 1SB. The margin of error financially is too small. I'm not getting rich on this, guys. I'm not. Okay? I can't make it any cheaper than it is. All right? All right. Have a great day.